Alright guys, so today we did a little articulation testing, comparing the stock F-150 with the sway bar connected versus it being disconnected, utilizing those disconnects I just got from 4caller.com. You can see here we are using a ramp at a loading dock, and it's kind of a hasty way to do it. We're still able to measure the possible articulation and calculate a ramp travel index with a formula that I'll put up on the screen at some point. And I got my friends Morgan and Sean out there helping me out. You see that right here is with the sway bar connected, and I just hit, I believe it was, the measurement was 16 inches in height before the two tires lost grip. It was pretty icy out there, but as soon as that right rear tire started to slip, I knew it was time to stop. Alright, so now we are at a second ramp. We had to move to a different location. First ramp we used wasn't steep enough to show difference because the back tire actually started to climb, pretty much negated the test. So now they're going to be walking me up. Of course, the sway bar now is disconnected. I am really pleased on how easy it is to disconnect those. Yes, you do have to crawl into the truck, but the 4 pins come out with, relative ease. That's going to have the tires straight to pull the first set. And then once I get the first set out, I can turn the wheel and get the second set out a lot easier. So you can see me here starting my approach on the second ramp. We ran into the same issue that we were trying to avoid, where I ended up running up the ramp with that back set of tires. But we did get a new number, and it was greater as it should be compared to the connected sway bar test. However, it's going to be kind of a equal, greater than or equal to kind of situation where, we prove that it can do at least this amount, and that amount will show is 21.5 inches. And again, at the end, we'll do a ramp travel index calculation for it, using the height lifted and the wheelbase. Pretty simple formula. So right now, my buddy's taking us around, kind of showing the truck, showing the flex on the one side, the droop, excuse me, and the tuck on the other side. It's pretty cool to see for sure. They did stop me here at first because they thought I was lifting or about to lift, but we decided to take it up all the way. The ground was a little uneven, so this test is not exactly perfect. Obviously, it's not like on a perfectly level surface with a actual ramp, which would be like 20 degrees and whatnot. But our formula still will hold true, more or less, and it's a rough estimation, and it's a good comparison to show the change between connecting and disconnecting your sway bar. So going right into the math, if we compare the numbers, 21.5, which was the articulation while disconnected, versus 16, that is a 34% increase in articulation. Again, that's at least an increase of 34%. It's likely more if we had the right testing equipment and we could have a steeper ramp. But going to the ramp travel index, we're using the formula RTI equals the height of the articulation over the vehicle's wheelbase, which in our case is 144.5, and multiplying that all by 2,924. And for the sway bar being connected, we get a value of 325, and while disconnected, we have a value of 435. So obviously you can see it is a significant difference between having them connected and disconnected, and that's obviously going to help us off-road. So now we have a clip of my buddy Sean in his ZR2. We didn't come close on either ramp. This is the harder one, or the steeper one. We didn't come close on either ramp. of maxing his truck out.
It spins a little bit.
Obviously, it's designed to rock crawl and desert run and all that stuff, so he's going to have a lot of droop and a lot of flex. We'll do a walk around here in a second that'll kind of show his articulation and his tuck. It's pretty significant. As we all know, the ZR2 is a very well-built vehicle.
It might have for a moment. I mean, dude, but you are pretty freaking, like,
so right here you can see my buddy Morgan come up. He's going to wiggle the tire a little bit, kind of showing that there's a lot of weight off that wheel. Basically, it's about to come up. And here's Morgan in his 2013 F-250. He's got the 8-foot bed in it, so his wheelbase is just super, super long. And he only did the first ramp here, and he had no problems whatsoever, obviously. He just wanted, obviously to have some fun and flex it out a bit. And in this next clip, we should be going over and showing the articulation. And as you can see, he has no problem whatsoever. The F-250
your wheelbase is so long, you go so much past us.
Massive wheel wells, so you can tuck anything. That about wraps it up, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'd like to hear your comments. Thanks.